How's it going, everybody? It's Drew Peoples from Peoples Collectibles, and today we've got a box of Ikoria, Layer of Behemoths. This was a weird product. First off, it was 2020, so that was a weird time. And then on top of that, this was one of the few sets between Throne of Eldraine and Zendikar Rising that had only draft boosters and collector boosters, right? So you only had Throne of Eldraine and then Theros and then this, and then Core Set 2021, and then Zendikar Rising. They had set boosters introduced. Then you had the three types to choose from for any standard product. And another thing I was wondering was, is there a box topper in this product? I was thinking about that because this was also the Godzilla cards, kind of also the introduction to universes beyond. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, can we get some spicy? That'd be super cool. That would be super cool. Starting off strong with a dope ass Godzilla cod. Let's see what is inside the lotus flower. I'm being as careful as possible, but you know, sometimes being way too careful, you end up fucking up more than if you would have just been reckless as fuck. All right, here we go for the big reveal. What do we got? And Goriho, Armored Killer Gem Razor for the full art borderless whatever foil. Don't think that's one of the big ones there, but it's still a cool card. I'm not sure if you can get Godzilla cards in the actual packs. I think just like a lot of other products and stuff, you know, it's hard to remember with draft boosters and collector boosters. Now you have the play boosters and collector boosters, right? You have a higher pull rate with the play boosters to get like the crazy art cards, and of course there's some that are still you can only get from the collector boosters. But with products like this, I mean, can't remember if you can maybe get like one or two Godzilla cards in the draft packs. Maybe you get zero. Probably the chance of like a foil one is like close to zero, if not actually zero. But we're on the hunt today for Triomes. That is the big thing in this product. Of course, the original cycle of Triomes is yet to be reprinted. And then also for fun, I just want more Mutate cards. Well, there we go. All right, so we already have some kind of showcase card. Now, it's only an uncommon, but still, it is at least a good sign that you can get these kind of showcase cards just in the regular packs. But that is not a Godzilla card. That is yet to be seen. But we got the Triomes. There's Drannith Magistrate, the Ozolith, of course. That's the big rare pull. Who else is there? Kenneth, whatever the heck his name is. It's a pretty decent little hit. Yep, that one. Yeah, Kennen Bonder Prodigy. Obviously, like the extended art foil version is, and it's crazy opening packs and not having a foil in every pack. Like, what is this? Why is there not a foil in every pack? Oh my god. But all right, yeah. So as far as like just regular mythics go, I think this is like probably the best hit. Actually, well, Mothra or whatever his name is, Luminous Broodmoth. I think he's a pretty good hit too. It's probably a better hit. All right, at least from a financial perspective, we're talking here. All right, Kennen Bonder Prodigy for a green and a blue. You get a 2/2 legendary human druid. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. And then for 5 colorless, a green and a blue, you can look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield, put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. So 7 seems like a lot, but obviously getting an extra mana every time you tap a non-land permanent 4 mana. And you can also have like a training grounds in there to lower that by 2, and maybe make a copy of the training grounds. You can just go off. Speaking of off, we don't want him off the screen. We're gonna get him up there. All right. Still a little disappointed with the box topper there. I was really hoping for something crazy and gnarly, but we did not get that. But at least for our first mythic hit, that was a good one. And that was the dude that I was trying to say his name as I was opening the pack. So obviously, fake news. I fucking staged that so I can get thumbs up and shit because I am that fucking pathetic. Hunted Nightmare. Okay. Ikoria was the first set to start doing the. I hate the fucking ad cards. Come on, man, just give me a damn token. You know what I mean? First set to do counters that were not just one. Well, I guess okay. There have been other counters in the games, but ones that give vanilla keyword abilities permanently through the use of counters, or at least making that into a keyword. Started here in good old Ikoria. And like I was saying, I'm looking for some mutate cards. I kind of want to make the Ivy deck IRL, the Dominaria United guy that whenever you target him and something. Heartless Act is always pretty good. Oh, companions. How can we forget the fucking companions? One of the few mechanics, maybe the first ever, that they had to update the entire mechanics. So what this card says is no longer true. You also, the companion cards start in exile, and you have to pay 3 mana to add it to your hand. Too good to have an extra card that you reliably know is there every single game. Crazy how that works. And, they're kind of going for the Hearthstone design in a way. I remember playing Hearthstone at this time, and, they had the deck building requirements for certain legendary cards that were really, really good. It's kind of going in the spirit of that. Like, yeah, you have the sacrifice, the downside of having to make your deck a certain way in order to play this card in the first place, but it just doesn't work the same way in paper. All right, another companion there. I was really hoping for a cool foil back there. Not the case. So 2 on our companion count, 0 on our Triome count, and 1 on our mythic count. We still have many a pack to crack, so fear not, friends. Fear not. Okay, what do we got? Oh, looks like there's something back there. We got a little showcase guy there. Might just be a token. I think it's just a fucking token. Oh, it is not just a fucking token. It is a Triome. All right, cool. You can actually get the full art borderless Triomes in these packs. That is very nice. And it is the Jeskai one. Actually, I think I might need that one for. Oh no, it's not a Jeskai deck. I was thinking about my lands deck, but it is Naya. Yeah, it's no blue. Yeah, green, red, and white. So incorrect. All right, very cool. So Triome count 1 now. And we got, a cool art one, which I was not expecting any of those. Foil one, that would have been really, really nuts, but who knows what the chances are in pulling that in these regular draft boosters here. Now, here's another question. Set boosters, do they actually make it easier to pull stuff, or do they make the odds harder in a way, right? Like they decrease the odds maybe in draft boosters with the release of set boosters. I have nothing to actually prove that. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. But yeah, this was a really cool set. And definitely something that pushed me to just go ahead and open this box. Drannith Magistrate, there we go. Another solid-ass rare card. Can't even talk without just pulling solid cards. And that's why we're cracking these packs. All right, Drannith Magistrate. 2 mana, 1/3. Human Wizard. Your opponent can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Fucking amazing card in Commander. I'm speaking words that are not speaking letters that are not turning into words, something like that. But yeah, so before this, I got a collector box of Ikoria at some point when they were still obviously expensive, but not, relatively speaking, it was decent. I think it was like maybe $250, maybe $220. I don't know. It was under $300, which is that crazy amount of to spend on cardboard? Yes, it is. But Looking at it now, yeah, obviously, I'm pretty sure it is well above that. And if it's not, then what am I doing here? Cracking these packs. I should be buying more of those. This is one. Isn't this like an uncommon that's actually like worth something now? Ominous Seas, 2 mana enchantment. Whenever you draw a card, you put a foreshadow counter on Ominous Seas. You remove 8 foreshadow counters from Ominous Seas, create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token, and you can cycle it for 2. Were people playing that like in the VV deck? Maybe in like the more mid-range version of the VV deck, that would not be bad. And especially, I did just realize also, you remove 8 foreshadow counters. You don't have to sacrifice this and remove those. So I mean, this can, yeah, that's a pretty sick. That's going to get put over there with the rares. And Lutri for our other companion. This is one that I know I have for sure. I've actually got an extended art version of this one. But sadly, I mostly play EDH, and this one is banned in EDH because the cost to be able to have it as your companion is each non-land card in your starting deck has a different name. Of course, in EDH, that is always going to be the case. Well, not always, right? If you had something like Persistent Petitioners or Relentless Rats, one of those that break the one of rule, then yeah, I guess it's not necessarily true, but yes, for all intents and purposes, you basically can play that in any deck that runs those 2 colors. And thus it is banned. Okay. Another Triome. We got the Savai Civi Triome. And another fucking ad card. Get out of here. Okay, so not doing bad. We're not even a third of the way through the box. We've got 2 Triomes, one of those being the borderless full art one. We got Kinnan for our mythic. We got Draenith Magistrate, another solid rare card. We're still looking for an Ozolith. Really need that to really push over the edge, but I mean, so far we're on track to doing pretty well for ourselves here. Doing pretty well. That being said, I mean, the magic giveth and it taketh. You never know. Might just be really hot on the, left end of this box, and then these next 2 stacks might just be complete fucking shit. We don't know. Offspring's Revenge. Haven't seen this card before. What does it do? For 2 colorless, a red, white, and black. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile target red, white, or black creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's 1/1. It gains haste until your next turn. Yeah, that's cool, at least. I wouldn't necessarily say it's good or anything, but, that's neato. Did not have a copy of that, so now I do. But that was making me think of the ultimatums. Those are other nice pulls. I know I have the Ruinous and what's the other one? I have the one that like destroys all your opponents like non-land permanents, and then I have the one that like brings back all my non-land permanents. I think that's it. I'm like extended art versions of those. I don't know if the regular rare versions are really worth much, but the ones that I don't have, it would be nice to at least get those, to have them for a deck that it would work well in, because I think all of them are at least decent. These Mythos cards, I don't think any of these are really worth much of anything. This kind of spell where you have, it's a monocolored spell, but then there's the other 2 colors that if you pay, the 2 colorless with a white and a blue, it has an additional effect. Nothing great. Another ad card. We're going to keep tabs on that. All right. This is pack number 12 here. Lemur Dude. Can we get another solid thing? We're looking for a Triome. We're really looking for the Ozolith. Another solid mythic, a Godzilla card. Infinite possibilities here, but are we going to hit there? Okay, and another companion, Karuga Gaga, the micro sage. Yeah, the macro sage. All right. Yeah, I was like, there ain't nothing micro about this dude. All right, so we're hitting on the companions. That's 4 out of 10. I don't think any of them are worth much of anything, and I know they reprinted a few with the March of the Machine multiversal legends thing. I mean, if anything, Luris and Ikoria would be worth something since those still see pretty considerable play. But again, not actually entirely sure. What do we got? Parcel Beast. What's hiding behind him? All right, we got a double. No, that's not a rare card. Fucking dumbass me. All right, Fronland Felidar, a cat beast for 2 colorless, green and a white. 3/5 vigilance. Creatures you control with vigilance have 1 tap target creature. All right, I mean, that's actually halfway interesting. Halfway interesting. Of course, again, you have in the set, and vigilance is probably one of them. Let's see, menace, reach. These all the same. Okay, maybe vigilance is not one of them. You have a way to give a guy a vigilance counter, and then you have a way of giving him that ability. Ooh. All right, we're going to go right to it. I guess that's another Triome. Come on, give it to me. Ooh, not a Triome. All right. Spandex, Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt for the Dinosaur Cat Nightmare here. He's got double strike. When this creature mutates, it deals 4 damage to our creature or planeswalker and opponent controls, and you gain 4 life. All right. I can't remember if I pulled one of those previously. For a second, I was like, oh, dude, did we get like fucking foil Ozolith back there? We didn't, bro. We did not do that thing that I said. All right. So we got another cool borderless card thing here. I don't think this is worth much of anything, but we're at least going to give it a top loader treatment for now, just in case. Just in case. But I think the Ominous Seas maybe even is worth more than this. But still, it looks cool. Saw it peeking in the back. Was there another? Yeah, there's another showcase little card right there. Cool, cool. Okay, let's go there. You know, I was a little worried about opening this because I was like, you know, being draft packs, like I've just been spoiled and ruined by play boosters, and it's just not gonna hit. But I mean, you know, this is still, if a set's designed well enough, it's still gonna do well. Like if this was Crimson Vow or Midnight Hunt, like draft packs of that, you're probably gonna lose. You're probably gonna lose. Ruinous Ultimatum. So this is one I already have the extended art foil, I think, but still, this is one of my favorite ones. You destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control. All right, so first one on the ultimatums there. See, but yeah, there's just so many cool cycles of cards from the set. The companions, the ultimatums, you know, the mythic mutate guys. You have Kinnan, Drannith Magistrate, the Ozolith, the Triomes. And yeah, Theros Beyond Death, I had collected some fat packs and maybe a booster box or 2 of. But when this set came out, I was not excited about it. You know, I liked the Godzilla cards quite a bit, but Bastion Remembrance is another pretty good uncommon. Put that over there. Gigantha, the Wellspring, for our 5th companion there. But yeah, I just remember all the negative backlash with, you know, the companions. People weren't feeling mutate or this and that. And yeah, I just missed out on it until, you know, I got in that one collector booster box, which was pretty cool. And that's all she wrote until right now. Still holding out for another Triome or 2. And the Ozolith, of course. Still looking. All right. We got a little showcase guy there. Titan's Nest. All right, another one of these enchantments with the 3 colors. I guess this is its own cycle too. I don't remember any of these cards standing out or anything. But this one, at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard, exile a card from your graveyard, add colorless, spend this mana only to cast a colored spell without X in its mana cost. Okay, that's interesting. And the fact that exiling a card from your graveyard there, that is an instant speed mana ability, which, I mean, what's interesting about that, if for whatever reason your opponent's trying to target your stuff in your graveyard and you don't want them to at instant speed, you can, just exile your stuff in response, because it's the cost of an ability. They can't do anything about it. It doesn't go on the stack or anything like that. It's just the cost to put, to use that ability to put something on the stack, right? Okay. Do we got anything? All right, another fucking companion. Jesus Christ. All right. They gave me the box with the companion. I wanted all the companions. I wanted the one with all the Triomes. And we still have two, but geez Louise, how many companions now? Is that 6 of 10? Yes, 6 of 10. All right. But no Luris yet, or Ikoria. Like the two that I know the most well. This pack felt a little fishy. We've been hosed, folks. We have been fucking hosed. Okay. That's right. Classification. We got fucking hosed. Hosed AF. I think the mythic count currently is 2 for. So we're still looking for some more. Like I said, Mantra I know is definitely a good one. I know I have some Evolving Wild still stuck in there. We'll do that later. All right, what do we got? Another Triome. Yeah. All right, so this is the one that we already got the cool variant of. All right. So 2 of the same Triome, but that still puts our Triome count up to 3. Hoping for 4 or 5. 4 or 5. One more good mythic, an Ozolith. How could I forget? Really hoping for an Ozolith. That is what's going to make this from a good box to a fucking great box. Come on, let's get there. Let's get there. Let's get there. All right. Got another mythic, not one of the most exciting ones. It's Chevel, Bane of Monsters. He is a black and a green for a 1/3 legendary human rogue. He's got Death Touch at the beginning of your upkeep. If your opponents control no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker opponent controls. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls with bounty counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and draw a card. So, this was probably a commander that was halfway decent and fun to play when the set was first released, but there's so many. And, like I was even talking about Ivy, the chick from Dominaria United. That, whenever you target her with like a spell, you get a copy of the spell. So Mutate was really cool with her. Obviously like enchantment auras. But anyway, I mean, how long ago did that set come out? And I still want to make a deck around her. There's so many possibilities now that an ability like that has so many restrictions in what it can do. Even if it was just every, beginning of every upkeep, beginning of every one of your upkeeps, you got to put a bounty counter on one target. That still wouldn't be very good, would it? Okay. Do we have a cool? Then we have a cool crazy foil in the back. Then we have a cool crazy foil. All right, we're gonna go back and we're gonna see what's up. Do we have a cool crazy foil? Ah, what a terrible reveal. I'm canceled. All right, we did. It was Cub Warden. So there's our rare for the pack. All right. Sadly, it wasn't like one of the fucking Triomes or something really crazy. We're still gonna sleeve and top load it just to be safe. So we have confirmed you can get foils of the showcase cards. We've seen it for a rare. I don't know what the chances are for doing that for a mythic are. We still have yet to see the Godzilla cards. So I am thinking it is consolidated to just the box topper, but we'll see. Still have a little more to go. It's taking a little longer than I expected, but I am enjoying the set. This is a nice little walk down memory lane, memories that I didn't really ever have, but we're having them. All right, what do we got? We got a little showcase uncommon there. We got a bulk rare. Okay, it's a bulk rare. All right, pack number 24, another lemur. What does it mean? Come on, Da Vinci Code, let's crack it. Ozolith. It's supposed to be smoother. It was not. It's all right. Okay, there's a showcase thing at Majiggy. Ozolith, come on, come home to daddy. All right, Eerie Ultimatum. Yeah, return any number of permanent cards of different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. So this is the other one that I already have. Motherfucker. All right, so we pull 2 ultimatums. They're the 2 that I already have. Whatever. Maybe I'll gift it to a friend, or maybe they'll be worth something, and I'll sell it. Who knows? Endless possibilities. We're 2/3 of the way through the box here, and we're hoping for a few more Triomes. We're hoping for that Ozolith. Let's see if we'll get there. Oh, do we have another cool foil alt art thingy majiggy back there? We're about to find out. It's an Octo. It's just foil Heartless Act. That's at least cool. It's more cool than the rare, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna sleeve that up. I mean, the octopus. It does have mutate and it's blue, so I can use that in an Ivy deck. I'll sleeve them up. It's okay. I'll protect them. Yeah, get in the sleeve. Okay. Oh yeah, the monkey dude, whatever his name is. Let's get a extended art foil version of that. That would be cool. But really, I want an Ozolith. Come on. Give it to me, daddy. What do we got? We went there. Oh, is it another companion? Okay. Another companion not named Yorion or Luris. Again, I don't know if those are necessarily good hits or anything. It's just those are the 2 that I know the most well. Come on, give me a Triumph, give me an Ozolith, give me a Mothra, or Luminous Brood Moth, whatever the fuck his name is. We're going right there. Extinction Event. Ooh. Foil Mythic Vadric Apex Thunder. I didn't go crazy or anything because remember when a Shark Cyclone, is it Shark Tornado, Shark Typhoon, whatever the fuck it's called. Remember that was a crazy good card. But anyway, with this guy, I think I have the full art foil version of this, and it's not really worth anything. But anyway, it's still a cool looking card. We got a foil Mythic Elemental Dinosaur Cat here. He is a blue, red, and a white. You can mutate him for 4 mana. He's a 3/3 flying first strike. Whenever this creature mutates, you may cast target non-creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. It's still cool. Extra little foil back there, and like I said, Extinction Event, not a financially crazy card, but a decent removal spell for black there, right? Depending on certain board states, it really fucks over your opponents, and it's also, remember, see that exile, so it can even get around indestructible creatures, so it is quite nice. Do we have another? Ooh, okay. Thought it was a damn Triome. It is not. Bonder's Enclave, halfway decent non-basic land, not a Triumph server, frowny face or whatever. Oh my gosh! I was just thinking about the foils. I wonder if that Heartless Act is actually worth anything. Because remember, this without the collector boosters and without the set boosters and without having foils in every single pack, um, people or foils that people actually want are worth something, right? And also the quality control on the foils for the set are not as bad as some, like Commander Legends, the first. I remember pulling some foils from that set when it first dropped, and it was cards that I was like, oh, I wish I had a foil version of this card, but the one that I pulled from that pack just was so dark you couldn't read and it wasn't an etched foil either. It was just really poorly fucking done, and it just looked awful, completely awful. And yeah, I put a bad taste in people's mouth about foils there for a second. We got Lava Brink, bitch boy. Okay. We're still holding out for those Triomes. And that Ozolith, where are you? Why are you doing this to me, man? We're having such a solid box here. We want it to be awesome. We gotta make Cracked and Packed great again. So we're gonna need Ozolith. Come on, man. Come on. Get fucked. Yes, that's right. It told me to go get fucked. Fuck this thing. Baboosh. What do we got left? It's the final countdown. 6 packs. We're getting through it. 6 chances here to get another Triumph or 2. Get an Ozolith. Get a Moth thing. What do we got? Song of Creation. That's at least a cool card. So we'll put it aside. But not what we wanted. Not what we wanted at all. Right to it. Genesis Ultimatum. All right, that's at least one. I don't have another fucking ad card. All right, so 2 green, 3 blue, 2 red, sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put any number of permanent cards among them onto the battlefield and the rest into your hand. Exile Genesis Ultimatum. Probably the fucking worst one. That is awful. There's Emergent Ultimatum, which is like Gifts Ungiven on crack. That one's fucking crazy. Yeah, Genesis. Oh, that's rough. I mean, for the right deck, sure, but I mean, come on. All right, right to it. What do we got? Luca, Coppercoat Outcast, Planeswalker, and I believe he's see, we're more excited about the Luminous Sea than him, but see, I think he's dead in the actual current canon in the game from the Phyrexian invasion. Not 100% sure, but anyway, he 3 colorless, 2 red, comes in with 5 loyalty counters for +1 exile. The top 3 cards of your library. Creature cards exiled this way. Again, you may cast this card from exile as long as you control a Luca Planeswalker. Is -2 is exile target creature control, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with higher converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest in the bottom of your library in random order. That's actually halfway decent. And then -7, each creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. All right, I mean, that's kind of an interesting Planeswalker. I mean, definitely pricey at the 5 mana. The -2, very cool, very interesting. -7 can come out pretty quickly there and just completely finish a mofo off. The +1 leaves a lot to be desired. Doesn't protect him or anything. Very situational. Not very situational, but the fact that, if he happens to get removed, then those cards are just in exile. And you have no protection, essentially, unless you already had blockers to make sure that he stays in place so that you can play those cards. All right. Yo. This is fucking crazy. All right. I'm pretty sure we've gotten every commander that is not named Luris or Yorion. We're gonna check real quick. All right. We're a little disorganized here. We'll be back right after these messages. So there are definitely supposed to be 10 total. All right, 1 for each color pairing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, no fucking joke. All right, now we need a pack with an Ozolith still. Come on. Did they just not print that card? Was it not actually an Ikoria and they're just fucking with me? We'll see. That is... Are you... Yo. How do we get the same fucking... There's no way. There's no way, man. Listen, this has still been a dope box, all things considered, for the most part. I mean, the Triomes have been nice. I mean, really, come on, man. We got to get another fucking Triome. I'd rather it be the Ozolith, but come on. This box was so promising. All I said was, come on, Daddy. The Ozolith. All right, we're going to take it slow. Okay. What's up, guys? I need... Okay, no. Okay, we're almost there. Are we gonna get there? Winota, Joiner of Forces. All right, I mean that is actually a halfway decent mythic. Great CEDH card. Not a fucking Ozolith though. That's not hiding back there. All right, at least I mean Winota's kind of cool, but little disappointing there. A little disappointing there, but still pretty good overall. We got 3 of the ultimatums. We got 9 goddamn companions. 2 of the same one. That was a little crazy there. But we did get some triomes, one of them being the full art one. That was quite cool. And yeah, just a lot of stuff in this set. It's going to be fun going through all this stuff and seeing what kind of goodies there are. So thank you for joining me. It's Drew Peoples from Peoples Collectibles. Until next time.